Hello, welcome to Super High Graphics. First, let's take a look at the intro.
Hello guys and welcome back again. So today we want to make a church flyer. Delete what you have on your screen. Now the first thing we're going to do is to set the background color. Click on this side for color and come to color. Now we want to make use of this gradient color background. So I'll have to select a neutral color right now. Then we can go in and I will show us how I got the color. Now let's start. Click on the plus sign here. Then there are two color palette available to us here and here. So you click on the first one, click on the color pick here. Then you have, let's go towards the red color. Now bring this font here, then this right here. We need a very deep red color, like a really deep one, like this. You can see that here is a color code, but I'll give us a color code when I finally have it. So the second one here, we're choosing a light red. So let's go for light red. So let's say we're taking the last part, which is this. You can see this. Now let's select a center radius red. You can see the effect. Now you can bring this like this. You can see the effect is giving me. Great. Now let me go back and see if that was okay. You can see the color that I have. This is good. Now let me give us the color code. The deep red, the color code for the deep red is 730 in 4 places. That's 7300000. That's the color code. Okay, the light one, the color code for the light one is FF0011. Everything double F0011. Okay, that's the color code. You can just impute it like that and you have what I have right here on my screen. But I want to make it deeper a little by just dragging this out like this. Okay, this is good. Now you can see what we have here. Now let's make this a little bit, I don't want the background to be all that plain, but you can leave it like this. Let me work it. I wanted to add something to spice up the background, but let me just work with this straight away. The next thing that I'm going to do now is, for the purpose of getting everything right, I think I've not been teaching us on using grid mark. So you can just click on your grid mark and there you have grid. Okay, the next thing is let's start adding materials to this hour. Okay, let this serve as the logo of what I want to create. Let's say this is the church logo. Just bring it somewhere here and you can see where I positioned it. Great. The next thing is you can add the name. You can add the name of the church by clicking on text. So I'll just type the name. Okay, this is the name of the church. I make everything capital letter, bring it in, reduce the size. Position this right here. Now for this to be really, you can see how I positioned the line right at the middle. Now let's give this logo a color. Now the color that really goes well is orange color on red. Always goes well. That's another good color combination you can make use of for any of your design. Now you can see this. Let me give us the color code for this orange color. Now the color code is FF9800. That's the color code right here. Okay, if you enter that, you get the same color code that I have here. Now let's move on. The next thing we are going to do now is, let's say we want to create a shape. So just bring this down here to something like this. Bring it out a little. I'll give us the size. Okay, there I have it. Let's say this is the size that I want. Okay, and just use your relative positioning to position it properly. Great. Now let me give us the size of this shape that I created. The size is 57 to 16. You can create something around that size also. Great. The next thing that I will just have to do now is give it the same orange color that I have above. Okay, now you can see this. Good. The next thing is, let me create let's impute the text. That's let's say the core of the program that I want to. That's 3 days of glory. So I'll just type in, the first one is 3 days. That's 3. Okay, you can bring it right to the center, then you come to font. Let's get a font for you. Now the font is as important because that's part of the design, and let's get a very good font. Okay, let's use Abri Fat Face Regular right here, this one. Okay, now bring it, you can increase the size and just bring it up. Position it, use your relative position to the center. Now you can increase the size, position it somewhere here, but ensure it's on the same line as the shape that we created below it, so you can give it some space like this. You can see it. Look at the reasonable space between the shape and the figure. So just duplicate this figure 3 and type in the other one, which is days of glory. But now we are not going to include the off, we're just going to type glory. Now the off for this will come later. We are going to use signature font to get the off to spice up the design. So with this, let's make it a capital letter, just like this. Now watch the alignment for this one also. But you can see the space between the day and the glory, it's much, so I'll just come to spacing, line spacing, and just reduce the space to a reasonable size also, and check the you can see this. Okay, good. Now to spice this up, let's say we want to hide a Bible line at the top of the 3 days, which is a Bible reference. Let's say 1 Corinthians. Let's use Corinthians. First Corinthians 29 verse 11. I think that verse, it's talking about something of glory also. Okay, so reduce the size. This one has to fit in above the day. Watch the alignment with the day of glories also. You can see it. Okay, so you align it properly like this. Good. Now let's type something for the off that will come above. Off. Okay, now let's go to font and get a font, like a stylish signature font that will fit right above what we have there. Okay, you can see this. I don't think this is solid. Let's make use of this. You can position it at the center. Make it, increase the size back. You can increase the size. careful. So you just move it. Let's use some paddling. Some part of it is not showing, so you come to paddling, give it some paddling to the right, paddling to the left. You can see that, and give it some space. Okay, now this one you can make it the same orange color that we have to spice it up again. Okay, now it's not really showing very well, but fine, it's okay like that. Anybody that looks deeply will see it. So that is it. Now the next thing is, let's add, let's say, time, date and all of that. Let me duplicate these Corinthians and type in, let's say, the day at which the program is holding. Let's say Friday to Sunday. Okay, in abbreviation, make this a capital letter. Let's bring it down here. So let's make it bold. So make it bold. Under style, you make it bold. Okay, now let's give it a color also. Let's give it let's say black color. Remember, when you're using a bright background, you use a deep color that will come out if you are a beginner, but sometimes there are exceptions to every rule. So, but if you're a beginner, stick to these things so as you can get your designs right. Now let's go on, duplicate the Corinthians again, edit it. Now let's add maybe the date. Let's say 13th January 13th. Okay, January 13th to 15th. Okay, you can just reduce the size of this, position it here, just under this place. Let me increase the size of this. Okay, position this here, make it a black color also. Okay, just duplicate that again. Now you can include the time. Let's say time 8 a.m. Let's say 8 a.m. daily or thereabout. So you can just put 8 a.m. back. We arrange these. You can see the order at which I'm arranging them. Application of hierarchy, which is very important in your design. That's a designing rule that you must always apply also. Everything must go step by step until you get it. Now I want to be creating my videos from beginning to scratch without editing or removing anything, so as you can understand the step by step at which I use in creating these videos. So if you don't get anything, watch it step by step. I don't skip any step because I want every one of you to get it. So the next thing that I will do now, I want to create a demarcation between these and create another thing at the side. So I'll just come to home page here, look at this, follow my cursor, click on arrow. Now this arrow, the beginning arrow and the ending arrow, I'll select no angle, then no angle for the ending also. Now come to size and just make it a size 2 and scroll down. You can see stroke, reduce the stroke to 0. You know, if you have been following my video, I always reduce the stroke to 0. Now you can, while edit it, while it is still edited, just reduce the size, make it straight, then reduce the size. Okay, let's okay that and just place it between this place. You can use your positioning to arrange it properly. Then you ensure it's at the center. But if you are using the grid, the line already gave you center, so that is what you just do. Now let's change the color to color black also. Now let's remove the grid so as you can see what you can see the demarcation. This is beautiful. So you just get to write the other message, let's say the name of the pastor. Now just duplicate this text again, edit it, and let's say ministry. Okay, let's make this one a black color also. Okay, good. But this one, let's add some stylish font, like signature font. Let me make use of Aladdin font, like the Aladdin movie. I don't know if you have seen that very interesting animation movie. Yeah, so we're using Aladdin. You can see it's great. So you just position this one on this other side also. Now the next thing you can do is just to ministering. You can add the name of the pastor, like that. So let me duplicate any of these text to add the name of the pastor. Let's say Pastor Grace Olamide. Okay, let's make all the initials a capital letter. Okay, so you can just bring this down like this. So just like this. Now your flyer is almost ready, but we are going to add something at the base that would speak a message that which people can really connect with. Now let's add something. Let me go and bring in an item that will make use of. Okay, here is it. I'll just crop out some part like this. Just crop out the rolling part, that's the rolling part over. Then just reduce the spacing. You just have to crop it like this also. Okay, now here is what I have. The next thing I will do now is to come to texture. I want to add an image inside of this element that I have here. So I'll click on picture. I have a picture that I already downloaded from one of my pages, so I'll just come and pick it up. Okay, so here is it. I can just crop it out a little like this. You can see that. Great. Now I like this. All I will just have to do is increase the size. I don't want it to be too, just to fit into the page. Okay, good. And just bring it down here. Bring it down. Now this is good. The next thing I will just do now is to, while it is still highlighted, click on stroke and just enable the stroke. The stroke at level 2, you can give it a better stroke if you want, just like that. Then to spice it up further, you can add some shadow to it. Enable the shadow just like this, make it a lighter shadow. Boom. And here you've created a very beautiful flyer without stress. So if this was really helpful, as usual, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If there's any question, you can always let me know in the comment section. If you want to connect with me, my WhatsApp link is down below this video. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because our videos will help improve your growth and creativity.